It's easy to go through the motions, but God is after something deeper than routine. Welcome to HisTime365. Today is day 162, and Psalms 47 through 50 calls us to real worship, real reflection, and a renewed focus on what truly matters.
A heartfelt celebration of God's greatness. Psalms 47 to 50. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the chaos of life, longing for something greater than yourself? The Psalms we'll explore today remind us of God's unwavering majesty and our call to worship Him wholeheartedly. Let's dive into Psalms 47 through 50 and discover how these passages illuminate our relationship with God and each other. In Psalm 47, the psalmist invites all nations to clap their hands and shout joyfully. It's a call to celebrate the sovereignty of God over the earth. The psalmist proclaims, "For the Lord Most High is terrible. He is a great king over all the earth." Psalms 47:2. This is a reminder that no matter where we are or what we face, God reigns supreme. The imagery here is powerful. It's not just a private worship moment, it's communal. Imagine a family coming together, perhaps after a long week, to share stories and laughter, celebrating the simple joys of life. Just as they rejoice together, so too should we unite in our worship of God. As the psalm unfolds, we see that God has subdued nations and chosen Israel as His own. The psalmist encourages us to acknowledge God's might and His choice of us. This concept can resonate in our daily lives. Think about your workplace. When you recognize a leader's authority and vision, you're more inclined to support their direction. Similarly, recognizing God's authority in our lives can inspire us to align our actions with His will. Transitioning to Psalm 48, we find a beautiful picture of Zion, the city of God. The psalmist describes how God has made it glorious and fortified. God is known in her palaces for a refuge. Psalms 48:3. This verse paints a vivid picture of safety and sanctuary. In our lives, we often seek refuge from the storms that come our way, be it stress from work, challenges within our families, or mental health struggles. Just as the faithful found refuge in Zion, we too can find our safety in God during tough times. In this psalm, the mention of God's greatness encourages us to acknowledge His presence in our own cities and communities. Think of your neighborhood, how you can foster a sense of unity and safety among your neighbors. Maybe it's hosting a block party or simply checking in on someone who seems lonely. Just as God is a refuge, we can become a refuge for others, reflecting His love and care. Moving on to Psalm 49, the tone shifts a bit. Here, the psalmist reflects on the futility of wealth and the ultimate fate that awaits everyone, regardless of their status. He asks, "Why should I fear in the days of evil?" Psalms 49:5. This resonates deeply in our modern context, as we often get caught up in the pursuit of success and material gain. Yet, the psalmist reminds us that riches cannot save us from loss of life or judgment. Consider how this applies to your financial decisions. Are you investing solely for profit? Or are you making choices that align with your values and faith? Perhaps it's time to focus on generosity rather than accumulation. The joy found in giving can outweigh the fleeting pleasure of material possessions. Finally, we arrive at Psalm 50, where God speaks directly to His people. He calls them to accountability, reminding them that ritual sacrifices alone do not please Him. "If I were hungry, I would not tell thee." Psalms 50:12. God desires a relationship with us, not mere observance of laws. This is a powerful message for families. It's not enough to just attend church or participate in religious activities. God wants our hearts, our genuine love and devotion. In our busy lives, it's easy to fall into the routine of going through the motions. But what does it mean to truly worship? It might mean dedicating time each day to prayer, or finding ways to express love and kindness to those around us. Maybe it's sharing a meal with someone in need, or simply checking in with a family member who could use some encouragement. As we reflect on these Psalms, we see a common thread: the call to recognize God's greatness, to find refuge in Him, to reconsider our values, and to engage in genuine worship. Let's remember that our relationship with God is a beautiful journey meant to be celebrated and shared. How can you celebrate God's greatness in your daily life? In what ways do you seek refuge in God during challenging times? What does genuine worship look like for you and your family? How can we shift our focus from material wealth to spiritual richness?
Thanks so much for joining me today for His Time 365. Remember, today's reading is Psalms 47 through 50, so be sure to spend some time with those verses during your quiet time. Tomorrow, we'll be diving into Psalms 51 through 53, so feel free to read ahead if you like to prepare. If you enjoyed this time together, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so that you never miss a day on this journey. I'll see you back right here tomorrow for day 163. Until then, stay encouraged, and thank you for giving God His time today.